Over the last few weeks, the Trump administration has sparked several conversations on crime in highly urban cities like DC, Baltimore, and Los Angeles. According to Trump, these cities have failed to handle their crime rate, and in response, Trump will send in the National Guard into DC to help. Now, many have opposed the use of the military being used against civilians, while others have cheered on the move, pointing out how quickly things have improved. Just a few days ago, on his Truth Social platform, Trump would now threaten Chicago as the next city he may have to bring the National Guard or military to. He would go on to write, "I love the smell of deportation in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War."
Did he really write that? Oh my God.
He would then go on to share a picture of himself on the body of an Army general. Now, the president's words were definitely alarming for those in Chicago, including the city's own mayor, who would directly respond to the message on his X account. The president's threats are beneath the honor of our nation, but the reality is that he wants to occupy our city and break our constitution. We must defend our democracy from this authoritarianism by protecting each other and protecting Chicago from Donald Trump. Outside of political figures in Chicago,
You talking about protecting from Donald Trump? Why don't you protect all those people that been getting robbed, killed, beat up, kidnapped? Those businesses, those hardworking people out there that just trying to go to work and then they're scared to walk home. They got drugs and being sold in the street and all that. Why don't you protect that first? You had no problem with that. Like, are you protected from that? What's that? Oh, my goodness.
Reacting to Trump's threats, those who are accused of being directly connected to the crime would respond. Over on TikTok, videos will begin to circulate of gang members and so-called thugs explaining that Chicago will not comply so easily like other cities.
Man, Trump talking about something. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Nigga, you about to find out why it's called Direct. The fuck? Goofy ass nigga?
Iraq or Chirac. So I was in the National Guard and I was also active duty. I've got numerous deployments. I was combat arms. I was a 13 Bravo. For those of you who don't know what that is a field artillery guy that also did the 13 Bravos did infantry stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. We are trained to go into cities. We are trained for urban warfare. And I'm not talking about Rangers and Special Forces. He's not even sending those, because there's no need for them here. There's no need for Special Forces. You could send a normal infantry platoon in here to a certain block radius, and they'll clear it. I promise you. They're trained to do that. I don't care who you are, how gangster you are. You do not have more people and even if you do have more people than the military, you gotta understand the way the military trains is for open combat. Even when it's with urban combat, we're trained not to fight one person. We're trained to fight a whole nother battalion of people. You know what I mean? So making these threats is hilarious. It's funny as hell. You can go into somebody's house. You can kill the average person. You can rob the average guy. You're gonna pull your switch out, whatever that is. I'm getting older. I'm getting away from the lingo, man. I should keep up the with the lingo. But a switch, I'm thinking, is some kind of gun, right? We used to call them heat and burners, but you can have all the switches you want, but you're not gonna fire like the average soldier. I mean, a bad soldier, okay? A soldier who's not shooting, who's not a expert rifleman. Let's say he barely passes. Let's say he's shooting, 23 out of 30? I think it was to pass when I was in. Let's say he's shooting 23. That's the minimum to pass. I believe that's what it was. Somebody shooting 23 out of 30 is a threat to you. It is a threat. Somebody shooting 23 out of 30 is a threat. I'm going to tell you why. Because they're trained to shoot 50 meters, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. And that's just the average soldier. That's the regular. So that's your regular finance soldier. The finance soldier, when he goes to the range once a year, because he has to qualify with his weapon, will train up to 300 meters. The 300-meter target. With your switch, you are not shooting. It's a waste of bullets because you probably only have 30, maybe 60, maybe, to shoot at 300 meters. To shoot even at 50 meters, even at 50 meters, you got your switch, whatever. It's a waste of time. He's got, even if they have optics on their weapons, on their M4s, which makes them even more dangerous. They're going to hit you. You shoot at them, they're shooting back. They're going to hit you. So I wouldn't even waste time. I hope nobody shoots. I hope all they do is arrest criminals, whoever's breaking the law. I hope they set things straight. I hope this is a big deterrent for criminals. I hope this helps the police there get a little stronger so that they can, the military can leave and then leave it up to the police, because the police needs help over there. Obviously they don't have the help they need. Obviously they're not strong enough to deal with all these violent criminals, all the stuff that's going on there.
I ain't scared of this shit.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles, nigga. We are not Washington, D.C., nigga. This is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago.
That doesn't make sense. There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago. There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago. Let's pretend each gang has 10 people, right? Just do the math on that.
Let me tell y'all something personally, bro. Trump, I don't know why the you think that these young niggas in Iraq finna be scared. They ain't scared no National Guard, shorty. They ass is not playing out here, boy. The National Guard should be scared of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what they be wrong. These YNs pull up to the police station with switches. You know what I'm saying? Drakes, everything, shorty. Right in front of the station. I know exactly what I said, bro. No capping. So it's like, this shit crazy. These little niggas crazy, boy.
Now, these threats made by gang members in Chicago to the National Guard will cause many black users online to now chime in and share how ridiculous they felt their
I like
logic
this channel,
was.
Yeah. Are y'all serious? Do y'all really think that y'all can take on the U.S.?
There's a blue ocean in wholesaling and flipping that remains virtually untouched. And it's not some new marketing tactic.
Military. Bro, the military overtakes countries, bro.
That's what I'm saying. We're trained to go into cities. We're trained to in CQC, bro. Close quarters combat. We've done that. That's average. That's normal. You guys aren't training every day. The average civilian is not going to the range every day. You're not training every day. Part of the military life is training. And then they give us the tools. They give it to us. We got all the tools. I'm not saying that if one of these guys or whatever, one of these people go crazy and start shooting at us, that, you know, somebody could get hurt or potentially, you know, off to something, which I hope that doesn't happen either way. I hope nobody shoots one round at all. But to sit here and think and imagine, this is, bro, these guys are gonna play Call of Duty out there. If y'all start crazy, getting crazy. They gonna start playing live Call of Duty. They're gonna start playing Call of Duty. I'm telling you, like these National Guard guys. I'm talking about the National Guard. They're gonna start playing Call of Duty, and it's gonna be on easy mode because, bro, you mess around. I don't know if they even using crew serve weapons, but if that's even worse. If they are, bro, that means they got crew serve weapons on these vehicles. I promise you, I don't care what Draco, whatever the hell that is, you got. When you hear, I'm not even gonna say a 50 cal because I doubt that the commanders or are gonna allow a 50 cal in the city in the United States. I think the most they're gonna go up is 5.56. You know, maybe they'll do 7.62. Maybe they'll, you know what I mean? On the crew serve weapons, that's if they use crew serve weapons. Because I think the highest they'll go is like a 240 Bravo. 240 Bravo on top of a Humvee or whatever vehicles they have now. Maybe. Because if they use a 50 cal, the 50 is going through walls. The 50 is definitely 100%, 150,000% going through walls, going through buildings, going through cars. They're not using 50 cals. I promise you. So the National Guard's not going there with 50 cals. They're probably max is 5.56. Max is 5.56 because they're not gonna risk anything higher than that going through. Now, you may have the YNs. I don't know what YN even stands for, but the YNs may have. I don't know what the fuck a YN is. That a gang? But anyway, these gang members might have 7.62 because you can get your hand on 7.62. I can buy 7.62 here. If for you, those of you know what I'm talking about, when I say 5.56 and 7.62, I'm talking about calibers. They may have 7.62, which can go into into AKs and things like that. But they don't have to worry about that. They fire back a 5.56. When you hear that crew serve weapon going off, trust me, that is a life changer. When that crew serve weapon is going off in your direction, it's life changing. Trust me, I know. I've been on both ends. When that crew serve weapon is going off on y'all used to going, pulling up, y'all got beef with somebody, you pull up on them and you pull out your little heat or your, what they call it, the Draco or whatever the hell name they got for them now. And you're shooting at people who aren't trained. People who are just gangsters who will shoot back. You'll hold the weapons wrong. I've seen it. I've seen the videos. You guys are shooting to scare. And that's when you end up hitting other people and things like that. These guys are more precise. They know who they want. You shoot at them and they're coming for you. You got guys that know how to shoot that can spot you anywhere. You stick your head out a little bit, and I don't think they're gonna do that. This is like combat. This is extreme. They're not gonna do that. But I'm just saying, like, to think that you're going to go against the military is incredible. Like, you guys are playing the illest games, bro. Like, Call of Duty got you guys all screwed up in the head, bro. Call of Duty got you guys believing that shit is so sweet out here.
Y'all are a small portion of Chicago, bro. And y'all talk about y'all got switches. A switch is so dumb. A switch is like a waste of bullets, bro.
What's a switch?
And y'all thinking because it shoots really fast.
Oh.
Bro.
Might be some kind of automatic weapon.
Chicago's gangsters and thugs saying they got switches for Trump's National Guard.
Yo. Shit, I'm telling you.
Let's entertain that for maybe 2 seconds, right? First off, you think they don't know what you guys got? Where do you think those switches came from?
I know what's so funny to me is the fact that we got people on TikTok and the people of Chicago saying that they're not scared of the National Guard. The National Guard definitely ain't scared of y'all, and the National Guard definitely don't mind bringing their ass to Chicago and shutting that whole city down. And the only reason these people saying this is because Trump said that they're going to find out what he did with DC and they're going to do the same thing in Chicago. And I guess the people of Chicago feeling some type of way. The dude's talking about some, oh, we got switches, we ain't scared of the National Guard, we got all this, we got all that. As if this not the U.S. military that y'all talking about. I guarantee you, them folks start bringing those tanks and bringing those grenade launchers to the streets. There is absolutely nothing that y'all people can do to the national.
Now, I don't know if they're bringing tanks to the street. They're not gonna bring tanks. That's too much. They will fly Black Hawks around and stuff, but they're not gonna bring tanks. I don't think they're gonna bring tanks. I don't think they're gonna bring grenade launch. I don't think they're bringing 203s. that's you're not gonna bring a 203 into Chicago. If they do, that's a little extreme. I don't agree with that because you fire a 203, you're gonna take out more than you want to take out. You know what I'm saying? They're not bringing 203s. Like I said, the most they're gonna do is M4s, 5.56. They may have a crew. I don't even think there's no need for crew serve weapons because the threat is not what we're thinking. You know what I'm saying? The threat isn't like when we're in the battlefield out there. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're gonna have crew serves. They might. I don't know. They might, but are they gonna use them? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it.
National Guard once they get to Chicago. I'm gonna tell you that now. These are trained professionals that we're talking about here. These people specialize in that type of activity in the active war each and every day.
A part of these responses, black soldiers have also spoken out to explain why gang members going against the military is a bad idea.
I pray to Christ Jesus himself that this video reaches the vast majority of the thugs and hooligans in Chicago that truly believe that you're gonna do anything to the United States military. Mind you, we're not even bringing Green Berets or Navy SEALs or...
What I say? What I say? They're not bringing special forces out there. Special operations there's no need for special forces out there. Because if they bring special forces out there, it's to catch a particular person. And I promise you, if that's not going to happen, it's not a thing. When you want to show your muscle, when you want to scare the living soul out of something, your enemy, you send the Rangers. You send Rangers in. Rangers are special operations infantry. This is what they are. Special operations infantry that have special operations tactics that are extra trained. They got training that the regular soldiers don't have. And they go in with violence. I mean, Rangers are going in with violence. They are going in. They're gonna eat your face. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna rip your arms off and beat you with them. Like Rangers, man. Listen.
Special forces, right? It's National Guard. It usually happens when an administration feels like a city or a place within the United States. It just adds civil unrest, right? Because we do defend the country from enemies. Foreign and domestic, right? But let me speak to the people that think they're gonna do something to the military. Please, I advise you do not do it, right? I'm all for peace. I'm all for the right thing. Please do not put yourself in a position where you fall for the trap. Please don't think that you're gonna intimidate people that can pinpoint where you keep your weapons at, locate who your family is in a matter of half of a nanosecond. We have homing missiles that can track you down and put a quarter of a hole in your chest before you realize it. I'm asking.
He's not even lying. He's not lying. When I tell you they got shit that can see you light a cigarette from beyond the cloud, he's not lying.
All the thugs and hooligans, the be civil. Be civil. And just do the right thing.
Y'all heard what they saying about, telling Trump, don't send the National Guard here. We got switches, da-da-da-da-da, right? Y'all think y'all warning them by saying they don't shoot well, that they don't have the same weaponry. They know that. However, you got to understand the generation that we're dealing with. They're not looking at that as advice. They're looking at that as a challenge. And while many of you think you're, you have a one-up or you're, really putting YNs in their place, you're really not. And what you're doing is you are issuing a challenge to them.
Yes, that's true. And that's why they're saying it to them. Like, look, man, everything that they say, look, we got, just like I said, 556, all that shit. That makes a big difference. But he is right, though. He is right. I'm going to say he is right. These knuckleheads don't think. They think shit is sweet. And this is what can happen. I hope it does not happen. I hope they don't, like he said, they don't have critical thinking. They don't go and try to just they end up getting shot. Now it becomes something bad. Now that's gonna be horrible. Shout out to this channel, man. This is a good channel. What is this? Is Hype Plus News. I have a link to this channel. Follow them. They got a lot of stuff. They're not going over there to hurt anyone. They're just helping the police. It's a show. It's called a show of force. It's a show of force. Now, hopefully nobody acts on that show of force. A show of force, we've done it many times. We do it all the time. We do, hey man, we got to do a show of force over here in this town. We did it in Iraq. We did it in Afghanistan. There's certain towns, we don't go over there with the intention of firing off or busting off any shots. It's just a show of force. It's kind of a deterrent. A show of force is exactly what the name entails. Just to show, hey, we have the capability if you act up. If you don't get your shit straight, we have the capability. We will, you know what I'm saying? It's just show of force. Most of the things the National Guard is going to do is they're going to help pick up garbage. They're going to help. That's what they're going to do. I promise you. Unless one of these gang members try some dumbass shit, and they are, they might not shoot at the guard, but they're going to be driving by talking shit, walking by talking shit, because they know that, like this guy said, the military's covering the UCMJ, and they can't just go out and start firing and things like that, because you blabbing off at the mouth isn't a threat. You know what I'm saying? Your feelings hurt isn't you being able to, that doesn't justify you shooting at someone, right? They know that. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to talk shit because they do it to the cops. They're going to do it to the National Guard, blah, blah. So I don't think any shots are going to be fired. There wasn't any shots fired in Maryland, where is it, in D.C. or anything like that. So, but, it's funny to see them thinking that they're going to do something. It's funny to see them thinking that something's going to happen. They funny to see them thinking that they're going to defend their block. From what? Defend their block from what? What are you fighting the guard? What beef could you possibly have on the National Guard? Now, unless you're an illegal immigrant, that's a whole nother thing. If you're an illegal immigrant, you're an illegal immigrant. If you're an illegal immigrant in any country and they catch you, they're gonna do. I don't know why people think that it's only here where if you're an illegal or do something illegal, that something's gonna happen to you. People have this. They live in this Narnia, this fantasy world, where they think that it's only the U.S. where if you're illegal, that they come and get you and they bring you back to your country or whatever. Do that shit in any other country. Be illegal and get caught. I'm not. Other countries have illegal immigrants, but I'm saying be illegal and get caught in another country. What are they gonna do? Oh, you're illegal. Here's some citizenship. Here's some money. Go ahead and start a business. No. They're gonna deport your ass. You might go to prison or jail, whatever, for breaking in. That's essentially what you're doing. You're breaking in. So they're there also to probably help out with ICE and things like that. To kind of give support. That's what they're there for. But YNs, I still don't know what YN is. I don't feel like Googling it. But if somebody knows what it is, just tell me on the comments. Is that a gang? Oh, anyway, don't think, please. Just don't. Just have some comments. Like, look, okay. While they're there, they're not going to be there that long. They may be there a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, who knows. Play Call of Duty, level up. They're not going to call for fire over there. You guys think this is an actual war. You guys are acting like they're deploying to Chicago and they're going to set up a whole talk and build a base, and they're going to have artillery, and they're going to have F-35s flying around. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have drones and shit. That's not that. It's just a show of force. It's just backup. It's just to help with the cleaning. They're going to pick up trash and shit. That's what they're going to do. Their weapons are probably going to be, they're not going to be green. They're probably going to be amber. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they're not going to be red. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, ask somebody in the military what it is. So stop. You guys are just looking for a reason to use your what's that called? Not the Draco, the other name, whatever it is. Looking for a reason. You're looking for a reason to make videos. That's what y'all doing. You're looking for a reason to make videos. That's all you guys are doing. Views. Sound crazy because if once your mom sees it, you're gonna be punished. Your mom sees it and she's gonna take away your controller or take away the plug from your PlayStation, and you're not gonna be able to play. So watch out. If you want to keep playing, stop making those videos. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Hit that notification bell so you know every time that I post another video, and I'll see you on the next smoke.